Hey guys, how you doing? It's Henry at Mowers and Blowers. Today I'm just working on this single stage snowblower that I got from a neighbor. He wanted me to fix it for him, and in turn for payment, I guess he's giving me a free Toro lawnmower, you know. But right now I'm waiting for my ultrasonic cleaner to work, and I just wanted to shout out ProPartsDirect.net for all your parts. Tell them Henry at Mowers and Blowers sent you. And also, the best swag producer in the industry. I've worked with this guy for a long time. Lanny Harris at ProLogowear.com. Tell him Henry sent you from Mowers and Blowers. He'll hook you up. Swag and parts. What else do you need? This snapper that I was working on. And while I'm waiting for that, I figured let's check out this Toro recycler personal pace key start. I guess he's given this to me, you know, and I'm gonna see if it starts. It does not have any gas in it. I'm gonna check the oil. It's got Earl, and it's decent too. You know, it's not great, but it's not terrible either, you know. But there's definitely no gas. So I'm going to put some gas in there and give it a couple of pulls. So I just tried to pull start it a few times, maybe 4 or 5 pulls. Absolutely no signs of it starting. I'm going to take that screw out, take out the air cleaner. Three of these. You know what? Before I do that, I'm going to shoot some carb cleaner in there. This is an auto choke, and since it hasn't started, it should be on, and it is. So I'm going to stick this straw right through the choke plate. Spray a little small spray. Try to give it a pull. Okay, it did start for that second or two, and those are just signs that the carburetor is just really dirty. So we know it has compression, and we know it has spark because it started. Now I'm going to take the base off. It's just 3 screws, two that secure the plate to the carburetor, and the third one just holds it onto the frame. There's a breather hose that's attached to it right there. Pop it right off. There it is. Two more bolts on each side. Take them off. Pull the carburetor right off. Remove the 2 screws from that. Now we have to hook up the fuel line. Since this is the auto choke, you have to take that screw out. And to take that screw out, you got to take this engine cover off, which is 2 Phillips screws. Two Phillips screws. This comes off. Just leave it there like that. Break this free. Clamp off the fuel flow. Disconnect it from the fuel line and give this a little twist, just like that. There it is. Carburetor is broken free. We're going to take that nut off just like on the pretty much every carburetor. It's a 1/2-inch wrench. Take the bowl off and see. Here's the jet nut. It's actually not bad. You can see through it. Let's take a look at the condition of this. Wow. Clean, man. Don't know why it didn't continue to run. Looks pretty good. I'm going to blow it out with carb cleaner, every hole. Just took the pin out, took the bowl out, took the needle out. Sprayed out all the holes with carb cleaner. And I'm just going to put it back. I would just go and throw this into the ultrasonic cleaner since I have it running right now. But it doesn't really look very dirty that we would require that. So let's figure out why it didn't stay started. As you can see, it's fuel pouring out. So it should be getting fuel, right? Cleaner shit. And this one's really dirty. But no need to clean my shit right now because I'm not going to be selling any lawnmowers. It's 20 degrees out. So this would probably just sit in my backyard with a plastic bag over the entire engine until I get it ready for the spring is when I really clean my shit, get it ready for sale. I just want to make sure this thing starts, you know. I'm going to put this together now. While I was inspecting the seat, I could see some like creamy grayish substance right around the seat. You see that? Surrounding it? That's not going to be good. I'm going to take a Q-tip and put some carb cleaner on it and just go over it. Came out all red, like it had a nosebleed or something. That's nice and clean, see? So that's it. That's a clean carburetor right there. These Briggs & Stratton ones are very easy to work on. That's why I like them so much. You got to be careful with this thing here. But this hole is an auto choke, so it doesn't match up to if there's any holes there. So this is good. As long as you have some kind of gasket in between, it's okay. I mean, it's okay for me. Those holes are all blown out. Put it back on there. Let's put those 2 screws back in. Put the hose clamp back on. Do not put this part on with an impact because I've done that before and completely screwed that up. Forgot to mention, you have to line up this thing exactly here. Get it? This has to be touching it. See that? That's how that works. Put the top cover back on. Secured the screws for the top cover. Now we're going to slowly drive that in there. One click. It's good enough. The final 3rd screw that holds the base. Son of a gun. Holds the base to the frame. That's it. Okay. I'll put the air cleaner off last as soon as we know if this thing starts. Let's see. Thing runs great, man. It was difficult to pull with one hand, you know what I'm saying? With my elbow holding the thing with the camera. But I didn't even pull it very hard, you know. Then the second pull and it started, no problem. And engine runs great, you know. I was mistaken. This is the personal pace Toro recycler with the rear wheel drive, which is fantastic. I love the rear wheel drive ones, you know. This one was just designed, you know, the mold of the deck itself is made for both, you know what I'm saying? So they just put a flat cover on there to cover the front. If this was a front wheel drive, they would simply put the transmission in the front. I should have known, because there's no plastic gears in the wheel. So this wasn't meant for front propulsion. It's a rear wheel drive, which is really good. The rear wheel drives are much better than the fronts, but obviously the front is better than just a push, right? So, man, that's great. I'm gonna restart this up again, but I'm gonna put a clamp on that handle so I can run it for a while and burn off any excess oil in the muffler. So we've burned out most of the oil that was in the muffler. As you can see from the evidence, this was hydrolocked at one time, so whoever had this mower had it either on its side, the wrong side, and all the oil from the crankcase spilled into the muffler, which probably was one of the reasons why it didn't start, you know, because as you guys saw, that carburetor is pretty clean, you know. Could use another going over as we did, but in the spring I'm going to clean all this stuff up with a power washer. And I might even try to charge up this battery to see if the key start works, you know. That would be great. But of course, we're not going to do anything with that now because it's winter time. So this will give me something to do for the summer when we clean this up. But at least we know that this thing runs and it works, and I'm pretty stoked, you know. You know what? I'm going to hook that battery up to a charger anyway. Just to trickle charge it overnight and see what happens. Then I'll find a cover for that, just to make it cosmetically suitable for sale. Also on this side, as you see, at the side discharge area, a lot of rust there. So I have some red enamel paint that pretty much matches. Grind off all these loose paint here and just cover it up with some red paint and make it more cosmetically sellable. Nine out of 10, I bet you the battery's dead. So I'm just going to disconnect the positive and negative terminals and put a charger on there. There we go. We'll just charge this up from my battery charger, and we'll see what we find when it's done. I'll do another video on this thing if it works. But if it doesn't work, I'll probably remove the entire apparatus or change a battery if I have one or something like that. But here it is. Toro recycler, personal pace, rear wheel drive, auto choke, lawnmower. Got it for free for partial payment for fixing this. And then I'll charge the guy probably 50 bucks as well for getting this going. That is if I get it going. I'll probably sell this baby for like $175. I might try to find a bagger for this and clean it up for the spring. Anyway, that was this is a good mower. It's a really good mower. I always liked Toros. Anyway, see you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers.